Hey guys, HW. It's a miserable day in Sydney today. It's been raining a lot in Sydney, and so I thought to myself, well, what am I going to film today? It's not going to be really nice filming the streets of the CBD or getting around any particular suburbs. So I thought, what can I do to put a bit of colour into the video? And I thought to myself, hey, why don't I get around and film a bit of street art? So I'm standing in Camperdown Park, or Camperdown Memorial Park right now, and I thought I'd kick it off by filming this artwork here, and then I'll get around Newtown and Marrickville and Camperdown and some other places and see what artwork I can film, because there's some pretty nice pieces around. So I'll shove a bit of artwork down your gob today, and then later on I'm going to head over to the Tramsheds at the old Harold Park Paceway and have a nectar over there. So yeah, come with HW as I get around the streets of Sydney, sampling a bit of the street art. I'm actually just parked in the street nearby here next to this Camperdown Memorial Park, and I spotted this artwork first, and I quite like it with the, what would you call them, grasshoppers on the artwork here. So this is quite a nice piece, I think. Oh, and there's a wasp. There's a wasp on the corner there as well. Now I can't see the name of the artist anywhere. I'm not a street art expert, so I'm not going to be able to tell you what this artwork's called and who painted it. And that'll be the same throughout the day today. But yeah, look, it should add a bit of colour to what's a really dull day in Sydney. And if I just pan around and get this skyscape here over this park, you'll see how grey and nasty it is. And it's actually raining on me now, so I might get up to King Street at Newtown, which is just up there in the distance there, and film a few artworks up there, because that'll at least give me some awnings to get under as I walk along. And yeah, so let's get into it. And here we are at this famous mural on King Street in Newtown. This is actually heritage listed now, so no one's to touch this artwork. You can all read, it says I have a dream, and you know what connotations that has and its relationship with the civil rights in the US, and how it merges into the rights of the Indigenous people in Australia as well. And they're represented in that Dreamtime painting there. I filmed this one before as well in my Newtown video. Pretty busy road, this one. I'm not going to be able to capture all of the artwork properly. This is on the corner of Church Street and King Street. I found this cheeky little artwork on Horden Street in Newtown. It's a nice little artwork advertising some sort of folk festival. I don't know whether that's coming up in this December and January, or whether it's an old one. And here we are on Egen Street. All these streets are just off King Street, by the way. It's a bit of a Cleopatra mural, I think, by the looks of it. Don't know how old it is. It's a pretty old building. It's all cracked. Here comes another car. Murphy's Law. So this one on Egen Street, out the back of the G9 or C9 gelato factory. There's a bit of an anime character on there, I think. Just there. So yeah, Egen Street. I spied this little one in Fitzroy Lane, and this is more for those ones those art lovers amongst you that like the graffiti style art. So yeah, look, I think it's got its merits. I think it looks nice and colourful. So yeah, Fitzroy Lane, Newtown. I filmed this goldfish looking one before as well. I always call it, oh yeah, there's the goldfish there. But this thing always captures my attention, this thing with the big goggly eyes. And there's the monkey. There's a bit of graffiti on this other wall here. So this is Whitehorse Street. We must be getting near St. Peter's now, but that is King Street, just there. And here we are in Holt Street, just off King Street in Newtown. And I think I might have caught a bit of this mural before as well. It takes up this whole building here. Bit of sea life there, shark and a octopus. Yeah, so Holt Street, Newtown, or maybe St. Peter's, depending on where the borders are, just off King Street. This is on Holt Street as well. I like the look of these. See, people would call these magpies on the wall here, but I'm pretty sure that they're probably currawongs. Anybody into birds? Tell me, are they currawongs or are they magpies? I'm pretty sure they're they're currawongs on the wall there, but I might be wrong. And then just in this laneway in Holt Street is this artwork as well. There's a bin chicken there. What we like to call a bin chicken, but the actual species is the ibis. So there's a bunch of graffiti in these laneways around here. And street art as well. Alright, and there's these ones just off Bedford Street, off the back of the railway as the train goes past there. These ones are a bit more gothic looking, and then there's a real modern one on the side here. And then a cat riding a dog or a fox up there. And then this one here, more cats. And then a guy in a hood. I don't know whether that's trying to look more gothic, that one. Not sure. So yeah. I think in the old days, this where the girls are sitting there, I think that was an old theatre. I think it was called the Hub or something like that. There's this yellow fire truck in Eliza Street. Never seen a yellow fire truck before. They're usually red. And then there looks like there's like a fire chief there behind those bins. Oh yeah. Oh, it's the fire station. That's why there's the fire hoses. It's the back of the fire station. There you go. And I spied this one in the Camperdown Park before, but I said I'd come back and do it after I finished doing the ones around King Street. So this is an odd one. All the women are blue. It looks like they've got some like different coloured frangipanis that they're standing next to. And then there's that mean looking Doberman there. Just there. It's a bit odd. Oh, looks like she's holding an apple there. So yeah, don't know what the meaning of this artwork is, but there you go. The rain's starting to really come down now. I have to keep putting my arm over the top of the camera and the microphone so don't get too much water on them. But yeah, this is the Camperdown Municipal Park, and all these walls over here, they don't so much have a lot of street art on them in you know, what we were just looking at. It's more the graffiti street art. So I'm not going to film them because those walls go forever. And there's a lot of tagging crap all over them, so which I don't like. I prefer it just to be a nice graffiti artwork or some of that street art that we've seen earlier. This is one on the corner of Denison Street in Newtown, which I spied as I was driving through. So just filming out the car window. So that's a nice looking one. It's a bit space age looking, that one, as the cops drive past. Look at this lazy fox having a sleep here on this one. I quite like this one. It's holding a cuckoo clock. And this is not far from the last one that I just filmed. So if you want to have a look at it, find it on the map. I'm just getting absolutely drenched in the rain, so got to get moving. Just near Wilford Lane in Newtown. Cheeky set of hands there painted on that garage door. I want to film this one. Quite like this one of the cameraman. It's a nice artwork, that one. It's really cool. This is just near Wilford Lane, by the way. And I'll get this one on the corner over here too. So it's a bit of a colourful one. Set of sunglasses. We're going to get out of this rain. HW getting soaked today. Wilford Lane and Crescent something. Crescent Lane. So this is Crescent Lane. Pretty busy on King Street, but this is a famous one that shows up in a list of Sydney street art installations that you got to look at. There's this woman with the I can't remember what it's called now. The house floating above her hands. Something to do with the housing market going up, or price rises too high, or something like that. I can't remember what it was exactly. But yeah, and that's on King Street, and that's right on the building which is called the Urban Newtown. I don't know how I'm going to do this artwork justice here. This is a famous one on the street at Redfern called 40,000 Years. I think it's got something to do with the Aborigines having settled Australia for at least 40,000 years, but I think they're selling themselves short. I'm pretty sure they've been in Australia longer than 40,000 years. But it might be one person's interpretation of how long they've been here for. But yeah, pretty sure from what I've read over my time, the Aborigines have been in Australia a lot longer than 40,000 years. There's another artwork over the other side of this is the railway bridge over Redfern Station, by the way. There's another artwork on the other side of the road, but it's got more to do with drugs, saying no to drugs. So I quite like this one, and I might just film this one. Yeah, so quite a nice artwork representing the Indigenous Australians on the railway bridge at Redfern Station. And I might just film across the road here so you can see the other artwork on the other side. So it's basically probably a call out to the local youth around here to stay away from drugs. It says Say no to drugs for the next generation. So yeah. So here's HW. I've got my big umbrella up, walking along the railway bridge at Redfern Station. As I approach Everleigh Street, and you saw the artwork that I caught just on the corner when I started, which said the block. And Everleigh Street's always been known as the block. But it's quite an interesting area, Redfern, so if you get a chance when you come to Sydney, definitely check out Redfern. Some nice places around here. It's not far from Sydney Uni, and not far from Cleveland Street and the city, and the nice parks around Central Station. So yeah, I've got one more artwork to film today. Make sure you stay around to the end when we get down to the Tramsheds to have a nectar. See you soon. We're just near Everleigh Street in Redfern. This is the last bunch of artwork that we're going to film. There's a nice honey eater on the side of that building. And then over here, my favourite one. Shout out to Jim. Have a look at this, Jim. The Mighty Bunnies. And there's the mighty, or as the locals like to call him, deadly, Greg Inglis. Great player amongst a number of clubs, and for his country and for his people. And then lastly for South. Well, actually he played in the English Super League for a couple of games as well. But yeah, so that's the last mural I'm going to show you today. So stick around, we'll have a nectar over at the Tramsheds at Harold Park. Alright, here we are down at the Tramsheds, which is pretty much in between Annandale and Glebe, on the side of the old Harold Park Paceway, where they used to have the trotters running around the track. And back in the old days, I think they used to have greyhounds there as well. So I'll just flip the camera around and give you a look. There's all the unit blocks that they built on the side of the old Harold Park Raceway. And up on that hill up there, that pretty much gets you up to Glebe. I don't know whether you remember Harold Park Paceway, but there was always those imposing hills on the back of the Paceway itself, and that's pretty much what you can see there. But I might just quickly turn the front screen off the top of the GoPro now, and then we'll head into the Tramsheds and have a look. I've actually haven't been in this Tramshed since it's been built, so let's get over there. Alright, back where I started. I'll walk into the Tramsheds now, see what we can see. I might insert right here now. I'll insert the photo of what this Tramsheds used to look like back in the day, before they developed into a restaurant and cafe complex. Delightful old tram they've got right at the entrance here. I wonder if you can sit in there. I wonder if it's part of that restaurant in there. There's another cafe over there at the front of the building. You can see the architecture of the old Tramsheds above us. I'm no architect, but yeah, the old Tramshed roof. And you know what holds it up as well. This place here called Fish & Co. A little takeaway outlet here as well. So part of the Tramsheds, there's, you know, some commercial stuff as well, like the supermarket and Cellars over there. This Mexican restaurant. Looks like it's got its own bottle shop. This cafe over here, I think this is where I'm going to have the nectar today. We've got this nice little diner here. Oh no, that's part of the Mexican restaurant. There's the menu there. Few burritos and burrito bowls on offer. Here's a Japanese restaurant called Osaka. It's this place called Bell's. I don't know whether this is a restaurant or a pub. Oh, it looks like it's got some food on offer. Sandwiches and chicken and stuff. Bell's classic hot chicken. Oh, they've even got a gymnasium in here, look. Team Body Fit. This place over here, the meatball joint. So yeah, hey, if you watched my other video about Glebe, this is literally just down the hill from Glebe. So if you're in Sydney as a tourist or you're visiting in the coming months, definitely an option to come into the old Tramsheds and try out these restaurants and cafes. Might quickly duck out this door here and see what all this bubble's about. What are these bubbles? Just another place to sit, I suppose. Part of whatever this restaurant is out on the back here. The old Anzac soldier making up that shrine there. Nice little park area that they've built up there. Yeah, so for those of you who haven't been here been to Harold Park before, it's a hell of a lot different from the old days, isn't it? It's a lovely big park here now, and those home units over there. So as that dog barks at me, I'll get inside and have the nectar, and I'll turn the camera back on then. So yeah, look, there's the Tramsheds on a side-on view. Now, I did come to the Tramsheds once before. I fibbed before, but I didn't come here when it was developed. I came here when it was undeveloped. So I came and walked around the old Tramsheds when it was full of old trams that had graffiti all over them, and, you know, pretty much bird crap and rats everywhere. It wasn't real pleasant. But yeah, look, it's quite nice now with all these restaurants and cafes built into it. So yeah, let's get over to that cafe now and have a nectar. Alright, we're in Gatsy Cafe in the Tramsheds. Got my delicious flat white here. My wife has got a latte. So yeah, as we sit here in the Tramsheds, I'll say goodbye to you. That's another wrap. Video over. The video is over.